It's been a remarkable season for the Spartans tonight. Their sights are set on the skies. The Eagles have soared through the postseason, looking to take home their second title in the last 4 years. MIL-ILH, Spartans and Eagles for the Division II championship. We welcome you to Championship Saturday here on Spectrum OC16 and the 2019 Snapple Girls Basketball Division II state title game. Out of the MIL, the undefeated Spartans of Seabury Hall, ready to take on the one-loss #1 Hawaii Baptist Academy Eagles. 12 teams started off this tournament earlier in the week, and we have a #1 versus #2 seed here in the final. The Eagles last night able to knock off the likes of Waimea and then Seabury Hall here tonight. For Seabury Hall, they knocked off Hanalani to get to this spot. As you take a look at the Division I bracket with Iolani and Kamehameha Kapalama in the nightcap. For Division II, we have a rematch of a 2009 consolation game between the Spartans and the Eagles. There you look at the final 12 in Division II. It's HBA and Seabury Hall, #1 versus #2 matchup. As we welcome you courtside, great to have you with us. Felipe Hostro and Kevin Wong and Jimmy Bender coming up in just a second. Okay, not a lot of nervous energy, at least externally shown by the players, but this environment will put these young women to the test in a game that means so much. It's the biggest one of the season.
Yeah, it's always about where your center is going to be, where your focal point would be. It's interesting, you talk to the different coaches, you have such a contrast between a guy who's been around here forever in Yamaguchi and a guy in his first year, Labuanan. Yamaguchi, I like his tone. We're just going to keep things exactly the same they've been all year long.
And for more on this matchup, we toss it down to Jimmy Bender with the Noosa Nissan court report. Hey, Jimmy.
Yeah, Felipe, Kev, I got the keys. Here we go from the coaches. This is what they need tonight in order to get things going and get this championship. On the Seabury Hall side, Coach Keone telling me what he noticed about this HBA team over the last few nights watching them. They're very disciplined. So he said for them, the key is going to be putting pressure on defense to help feed the offense. And then once they get into that half-court set, just being patient and finding the right shot. Now on the HBA side, Coach Robin telling me, main thing for them is to speed up the game to break the press. And once they break that press, he said, we're just going to take it right to them and attack them. I said, Coach, I love the attitude. He said, look, Jimmy, this is it, right? We got a lot of time to rest after this game, so let's bring it all tonight. That's it from here on the court, guys. Back to you.
For a number of these players for Seabury Hall, they have not won a championship bracket game heading into the tournament. They've won 2 already. The third one will be Title I for Seabury Hall. What will happen here tonight? The official lineups on the way in just a second. Here from Manoa for the Division II State Championship, it's Seabury Hall and HBA, and the tip-off is coming up.
This Spectrum Network's presentation is sponsored by Zippies, your Hawaii Honda dealers, Shopo, the State of Hawaii Police Officers Union, and Jack in the Box.
Back here in the Stan Sheriff Center as we get ready for the Snapple Girls Basketball Division II State Championship with Seabury Hall and HBA. The ladies and coaches on the floor. Time to meet them. And for his first ever state championship, we welcome Kyle Miyamoto for the Zippies starting lineups.
Aloha, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Stan Sheriff Center here on the campus of the University of Hawaii at Manoa for the 2019 Snapple HHSAA Girls Basketball Division II State Championship. Tonight's game features the second-seeded Seabury Hall Spartans and the #1 seed HBA Eagles. Let's meet the starters. First for Seabury Hall. At 4, the 6'2" junior, #1, Anal Tuivai. At guard, a 5'7" junior, #2, Amira Waterford. At 4, the 5'7" senior, #4, Rachel Gilbert. At guard, a 5'7" freshman, #12, Britley Carrillo. And at 4, the 5'10" freshman, #33, Pio Tuivai. The head coach of the Spartans is Keone Labuana. And now here are the starters for Hawaii Baptist Academy. At guard, a 5'5" junior, number 5, Lexi Dang. At guard, a 5'5" senior, number 12, Caitlin Ching. At forward, a 5'7" senior, number 23, Kylie Nakagawa. At forward, a 5'7" freshman, number 45, Haley Taka. And at forward, a 5'8" junior, number 50, Sasha Phillip. The head coach of the Eagles is Robin Yamaguchi.
All right, Kyle, thank you very much with the zippy starting lineups here. Seabury Hall and HBA get ready to tangle. It's been a decade since these two teams met. It's the first time in a winner's bracket format that they will meet. Congratulations to these three gentlemen. Hard work, a lot of effort throughout the year, earning this opportunity to officiate this game. It's brought to you by Shopo, Hawaii's Police Officers Union. Tom Yoshida works his 7th state championship game, joined by Tyler Gann out of the MIL, working his first title game, and Rich Wagner out of the ILH, working his very first championship game. First-year head coach, Keone Labuanan, just so proud of what the progress has been like for this group. Just 10 on the roster, and really just taking the tournament over and winning by 9 over University Laboratory, and then 12 over Hanalani to get to this spot. Phillip is in the circle. Tuivai's in the circle for the Division II championship. We are underway in Manoa. Seabury Hall here will work it at the top with Waterford. There are 2 sets of sisters on this team. First shot from Tuivai is off and goes out of bounds. To the resumes, let's get you caught up on what each of these two teams have done so far in the tournament. This is the 12th Division II appearance here for HBA, and only 1 combined championship. Won their first 2 tournament games this year with University and Hanalani. In the winner's bracket format here for the Seabury Hall Spartans. The drive inside here from Dang.
3 years ago, it seemed like we were doing the same storylines for HBA, looking for their very first HHSAA championships, and now that baton being passed to the upstart Seabury Hall.
Carrillo here will work it from the top. Carrillo, first in the varsity team. One of 5 freshmen. That's half the team. With the Keone Labuanan's crew. Corner, Tuivai, peels off there. Rebound, Dang. Fighting for him. The tie-up is going to go the other way with HBA.
One of the toughest players on this team, Alexis Dang. So creative off the dribble. We're seeing a little bit of that creativity on the very first play.
Dag was such a key cog in the offense this season, coming out of her show, really leading the team this season for the Eagles, who have only lost 1 game so far this season. Shot off there from Haley Taka. They come out here to Brickley Carrillo. Seabury Hall can push, but they're at their best when they get to their set. Tuivai traveled.
And you can see early on, the score is still 2-0, but HBA looking a little more comfortable. You see a Seabury Hall team, this is their first time in the arena, first time getting used to the bright lights. It's going to take some time.
There's Kylie Nakagawa, 4th year in the varsity team. She's one of the few members on this team that have a state championship. And coming in 2016, good block there from Tuivai after the drive from Ching. Taka. The first 2 for the freshman, averaging 5.5. Pushing the other way and drawing the foul was Waterford. Should go to the line.
See the block, take second chances. The thing I was really impressed about looking at the stats for HBA is all the rebounds. 8 different players with rebounds. That shows you team hustle. It shows you that everyone's bought in. Seabury Hall coaching staff saying this is the most disciplined team we'll play all year long.
And this is not a very tall team either.
No, and the matchup against Tuivai is going to be very difficult, going to need a lot of help.
Waterford can't can the free throws, and the rebound came out to Sasha Phillip, 3rd-year varsity woman here for the Eagles. Here's Cece. Caitlin Ching. Phillip, whose brother Ikaika Phillip was a terrific player over at Iolani about a half dozen years ago. And on the drive from Dang, she draws the foul. And she'll go to the free throw line for 2.
You know, and you're talking about some of the other advantages for HBA. You talk about Phillip. He was a state champion at Iolani. Ali Wada's sister Annie Wada now on the team. You've got Keisha Ching's sister Caitlin Ching. So there's a lot of family. Even though these players weren't playing on this court, they've been a part of championship-winning families.
Oh, without a doubt. And always that expectation, whether it's set by outside sources or their personal selves, I think it kind of helps motivate them as they push along, because Seabury Hall has 2 pairs of sisters on that team as well. The offensive rebound, Dang. And that one batted away. One thing that Seabury Hall takes a lot of pride in is their defense. I mean, they are quick to get deflections and get into the passing lanes to force turnovers.
Yeah, 5 different players with steals in the last game, and it was Waterford with 5 that really, actually 8 against University Lab, and then 5 against Hanalani, so 13 in the last 2 games.
Phillip flipped it up across the lane. Her first field goal tonight. Out of the gate, 7-0 HBA.
Pretty impressive that the freshman Haley Taka has actually got the toughest defensive responsibility on the inside.
Off, and the stick back is good. Averaging 15 a game. Her first field goal tonight for the team captain. Out of the corner, here's a 3. That's off there from Caitlin Ching. Rebound came out to Waterford. Wants to push. Waterford, good step to the hoop. No good. And we're going the other way.
Seen some aggressive takes on the inside. Championship type effort. You got to go for second chances.
And I've asked other coaches, how do you guard somebody who's a legit 6'2", and now Tuivai? They said, tie her up. But the only way you can kind of guard her. She's been averaging 19 in the tournament.
There's that trap.
Getting active, and how about the effort from Dang to squeeze through, dropped it off. The shot is in for Taka.
Very known for her defense and for her rebound, and here she is offensively taking some shots as well. So interesting, right? You got a couple of brand new coaches.
The rebound here for Carrillo is off. And the putback, this one goes out of bounds. Haley Taka again. 2 trips down the floor, gets 2 field goals.
And she's had the tough defensive assignment on the other side. And this one going right at the big shot blocker, Tuivai.
Tuivai's been trying to get active. She can shoot the perimeter shot too. Has that one stripped away from Haley Taka. And here comes Nakagawa back up the floor. Nakagawa.
One speed, one direction, one skill driving, full speed at the basket.
10-2 HBA. Tuivai dropped it underneath. Nice finish there, Waterford. Lila, the freshman.
Well, you talked about it. Some big-time contributions from freshmen on this team, especially defensively. How many times we focus so much on the offensive side.
Yoshida, who's just checked in, has it here. Dang. Got it. She's got 4. The lead is 8. With 3:10 to play in quarter 1. Tuivai's hit 2 threes this season. 0 for 1 tonight. And harassed out there.
Fun pace.
Courtney try to drop it inside for a now. They rip at the ball, and a tie-up will keep it here with the Spartans. Great effort on both sides. And HBA will have an 8-point lead. The timeout on the floor. Nakagawa, great drive. Underneath the find to Waterford. Just getting started in the Division II championship game. Mike's Engraving and Trophies is the official trophy provider of Spectrum OC16 Sports for all your special achievements. Call our guy Ryan at Mike's Engraving and Trophies. They are located behind Cutter Ford in Ayer. Eagles in the house, along with Amira Waterford here for the Spartans, the 5'7" junior. Right down the lane, couldn't bank it home for Carrillo, and the defensive rebound here for Nakagawa.
Watch his pace, and you think, who's going to blink first, right? Both teams racing up and down the court.
Air ball, Nakagawa out of bounds in the other way.
Had a nice talk with Robin Yamaguchi. Big group, along with the other assistants who've been working together for a long, long time. I said, how long have you been coaching? He said, many years ago.
He graduated in 77. He coached in 79. He could make him around 19, 20 years old. As Carrillo, who had 9 in the semis against Hanalani, gets their first field goal tonight, and it's a 3.
I asked him, who was the first head coach he worked under? He said, Moses.
CC dropped it off. There's a pull-up here for Dunkley. That's off. They rip at it. Oh, there you go, Tuivai. Her second rebound of the evening. Staying out of foul trouble going to be key here for Seabury Hall. Wow. Launching and hitting the 3.
Another freshman, 9 points a game. Best shooter on the team. Best field free throw percentage as well. Sometimes when you're a freshman, you just don't understand how nervous you should be, and you get that feeling a little bit here from some of these Seabury Hall players.
Pio Tuivai there. 10 seconds. Couldn't get it across the line. Carrillo, the jumper, good. Look at this from a freshman, Kev.
That was nearly where Aubry's shot was.
Last night in the semis.
And we get a good look with the pink shoes, right? Oh, another one.
Missed it there, and Phillip got the rebound. Phillip's third rebound here. HBA, who led by 8 at one point, now only lead by 2. Bang all the way to the cup. And the rebound comes to Carrillo. Carrillo very confident. A lot of these freshmen just oozes with confidence, and it's something that they kind of picked up as the season has gone on. Carrillo with the left in.
Youngest of 7 brothers and sisters. All of them played basketball. Her father played basketball, her grandfather, and they say she's the best.
Playing with a chip on her shoulder. Phillip just threw it up. No good. Rebound Montgomery to keep the trip alive, and a foul's going to be called here on Carrillo.
It's amazing. One of the smallest players out on the court. Just a freshman, 5'7", and yet here she is in the biggest game of her life. Balling.
You know what's funny about these rosters is that they'll give heights. So it says 5'7", and when I asked Coach Keone about it, she ain't no 5'7". But Carrillo, you're playing bigger than you are. I'll say that.
They're aspirational rosters.
Exactly.
How tall do you want to be, Felipe, on the roster?
6'4". I'm a legit 6'4", I think. Right? We do know that Anal Tuivai is a legit 6'2". Running down the middle of the floor, and Phillip has to guard her. Oh, thrown away there by Waterford. Nakagawa took it away. Look at Anal Tuivai. Nakagawa, no. Phillip in traffic amongst the trees, traveled. It's a good call there from Tyler Gann. Had possession, then she kind of half log rolled over. It'll be Seabury Hall ball.
Good look at the coach who works as the cellar master at Maui Wine.
Vineyards are about 17 acres big on his property out there.
Oh, it's a blend of the old Ulu Palakua Ranch and a winemaker traveling in from California. Began in 1974, 45 years ago. That's about how old the scoring record is before Aubry beat it last night, right?
It was 12 or 13. But close enough.
In wine years.
Yes. They make a pineapple wine too, by the way, which is very popular, from what I'm told. Tuivai. Able to hit both free throws here. She had 12 and 12 in the semifinal game. This press is giving them trouble. We got 5 here on the clock. Nobody caught this one. Tuivai's got time. Is she going to hold this one? And she will. Quarter comes to an end. And a quarter in which Seabury Hall finished on a 10-0 run. And now they lead by 2 as we head to quarter 2 in the D2 title game. New City Nissan is Hawaii's premier Nissan dealer and a proud sponsor of high school athletics. You can visit them online at www.newcitynissan.com. It is New City Nissan in Kalihi. How about the Spartans? A 10-0 run, Kev, to end the quarter. Now they got a 2-point lead here in the second.
Spunky team.
HBA started 6 of 10, but then they've missed their last 6 field goal attempts.
You think the Seabury Hall team, they've already beat the all-time record for the school. 3rd place was the best back in 2005. And then you talked about some of their recent challenges.
Going across the lane there was Ching to kind of throw it up, and the loose ball came out to Nakagawa. Nakagawa dropped it off. Taka is sneaky, and she's inside 8 feet, and she has 6 points here of the HBA 14. Cross here from Waterford, intercepted here by Dang. Look at Dang, just flew it up the floor. Nakagawa, someone's gonna free up. It's a 3. Dang!
Wow. Our leader in the guard ranks, averaging 10 points a game.
Levi put it on the floor, nearly lost it, and drew the foul. This will be the 3rd team foul on the Eagles.
Nakagawa to Taka on the inside. And then from way back. Felipe, I'm blaming that on you. All your highlight reels from half court.
I'm glad that influence is affected. Off the window, it's Waterford. Jing, by the way, picked up the foul. It's her first. And Waterford on the floor. Look at Phillip. Phillip looked like she had nightmares in the paint, hanging under her pillow.
Waterford dangerous when she starts finding the rhythm. That's more my shot, the old school bank shot, and then the hustle, the emotion.
Wake up, wake up.
50-50 balls, right? We always talk about it. It's just a matter of desire.
Waterford off on the 3, Nakagawa the rebound, and a 17-16 HBA lead. Nakagawa, the drive and the kick, Ching to Dang, fakes it, takes it. Missed it. The put back off from Taka misses. And another rebound here for Tuivai. He gets rebound number 3.
And you see the definite height advantage for Seabury Hall. It hasn't really paid off with a full rebound advantage yet. Actually, HBA winning the rebound battle.
And again, a fight on the floor. Taka had it. I love Sasha Phillip playing. Number 50 here for HBA. Every 50-50 ball, number 50 is on the floor fighting for it.
You know there was some one-on-one games, right, with her older brother?
Oh, yeah, and there have been some battles. In fact, Ikaika Phillip came to practice one time, and everyone kind of realized that this one is thrown away. Everyone kind of realized why Sasha kind of wanted to be a guard, just like older bro. You see Robin Yamaguchi, the 77 HBA graduate. Was an assistant with Keith Sugiura since 2009. We say hello to Keith watching the game here on OC 16. A 17-16 game. Waterford waiting for a Tuivai screen, went around it, launching Waterford. Lila can't get it. Nakagawa slipped, and a foul called. It was against Lila Waterford, the freshman who picks up number 1.
You know, we always talk about teams and the blend of the youthful exuberance and some of the senior leadership. We got a little bit of that with the referees, right? You talked about a couple of guys in their first championships, and then you got Tom Yoshida.
Waterford off. Waterford off. Go to the line, though. And you're right, Tom Yoshida. You know, one of our great friends and personal friends. As this one is picked off by Waterford. She draws a foul. 36 years as an official, working his 7th state championship game. Kind of bringing the new guys in here.
Right. Been to the top of the mountain. He's still got the energy, too. A pep in his step.
Still works college games. He's our lead statistician for football games and just so universally loved and respected by his colleagues. Seabury Hall jumps back out in front, 18-17. Intercepted. Here comes Teal to Ivai. It went over Dang. To Ivai. Off there. The putback from Waterford misses, and Taka gets the rebound. Number 3. 5 to go till the half. Nakagawa. Rebound to Ivai. Look up. Overthrown, I should say. And out of bounds. Trying to hook up with Little Waterford, just couldn't find it. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 1186, is a proud supporter of high school athletics. Good luck to all student athletes and a huge mahalo to all the coaches and other volunteers that make it happen. Here comes Taka. She's got 6 points tonight and going for more, and that's sent the other way by Tuivai.
It's the height. You talk about 6'2", but it's also the length. She's got some long shot blocking arms. Take a look at that. Keeps the separation, the length of the arms, the timing. Pretty impressive.
A number of these girls plays for Coach Keone's top-notch basketball club. So we've got a strong bond over the years as Tuivai's off of the 3. Ching boxes out for the rebound and weaving through the pylons. Ching, kick out, rotate, Dang triple try. Tuivai.
Top-notch program, we talked about it. Tuivai sisters, the Waterford sisters, Carrillo. Couple of Vegas trips over the last couple of years. They also took the boys team as well. So they practice at Seabury Hall Gym.
Overshot there from Carrillo. And that's where they have to get their toughness from, to stay at that standard that they've set to prepare them here for the tournament. Let's go up against some of the boys' teams. Nakagawa. No. Rebound here came out to Lila Waterford.
Rebounds really starting to trend towards Seabury Hall. Early on, there was a lot of hustle rebounds for HBA, but now you're starting to see some of that height and length take over.
In and out there for Carrillo. Stick back from Tuivai off. The older Tuivai can't get it, and now will go to the free throw line.
And this is the smallest lineup we've seen from HBA. And it's showing on the boards.
It's being dominated inside the paint, but Seabury Hall only has a 1-point lead. Timeout. All right, to the big board. It's brought to you by Hawaii Honda Dealers. Coming up later tonight, it's Kamehameha and Iolani for the Division I Girls Basketball Championship. You want your soccer fix? You can check out XCAS for the Queens Medical Center Boys Soccer State Championships D2 title game going on right now. They're scoreless out there, but Punho and Iolani are on deck for the D1 Championship. Kevin, Jimmy, and I will meet you on XCast for Kahuku Moanalua Kailua and Kapolei, the OIA semifinals here on Spectrum. Here on the Hawaii Honda Dealers, and somebody called me over there, and they wanted the tub, so I just tossed it over to them. And it's Tuivai able to miss that free throw.
You're such a giver, Felipe.
We got to keep our crew all, you know, with the sugar rush.
Are you eating one right now?
I am actually. I'm sorry.
It's so professional.
I know. I'm so sorry. The rebound come out to Sasha Phillip. 18-17 here. Here's Dang. Dang out of the corner. And can to 3. Cece got the rebound to keep the trip alive. HBA only scoring 5 points here so far in the period. It's been a relatively low-scoring quarter for the Eagles and the Spartans.
And they're slowing down the pace a little bit. I like that.
Off the drive, Phillip got bumped from behind by Waterford. And Waterford's going to pick up her first. She's the older of the Waterfords. Her sister Leela is a freshman.
And you can just see the size disparity. Tuivai, the two sisters, the length of them, the height.
Nakagawa, no. Rebound here for Tuivai.
And HBA likes to attack the basket, but what happens when you got a couple of shot blockers on the inside? They really need to start getting some transition buckets again.
Yeah. Tuivai is off on the three. Got it back though. And an offensive foul. Nakagawa took the charge.
You talked about a fourth-year senior on the team, someone who's won a championship before. Got to sacrifice the body a little bit along the way, right? The path to the championship, it's not gold bricks, it's charges and rebounds and box outs.
There you see Ki'iola Roveria, 14 here for Seabury Hall. She actually wanted to be a manager, and then they saw her speed and said, you know what, you're going to play on the team. We're giving you a uniform, and now she's checking in here in the D2 title game. Phillip is off, got it back, threw it up, missed it. Montgomery the board. Montgomery, one of few four-year varsity players, over the top and in.
Not a big scorer, right? Not someone who gets out and takes a lot of her own shots, but sensing her team needs her, playing great defense, the rebound. When you get an offensive rebound, you almost get this entitlement that you get to take the next shot. Like you've earned it.
Waterford, no. Phil, good job to get Tuivai out of the play and boxed her out. And HBA has it with a 1-point lead and about 25 to go. Nakagawa, the drive and kick to Montgomery. CC to Phillips, triple. And it'll come out here to Roveria. (19-18). Seabury Hall's biggest lead was just 2, as this one is kicked out of bounds with a minute to go.
Elena Montgomery taking it down into the lion's den and finding a little light at the very top. You got to go up high. Got to get the elevator out. The trick shot.
Seabury Hall 12-0 heading into tonight. They're going 10-0 heading into the tournament. Tuivai had a great defensive effort from Taka to disrupt the shot. Nakagawa works middle of the floor. The kick here to CC's three. Can't can that one. Rebound for Amira Waterford. And Waterford draws the foul.
This defense for Seabury really posing a lot of trouble for HBA. How do you attack it? It really opens up for the three-point shot, but you know, you talk to Robin Yamaguchi here, see some of his concern. That's not what they want to do.
And HBA just unable to find the bottom of the bucket. Did find it earlier with Montgomery to give him the lead, but Seabury Hall been a bit iron unkind. They've missed their last 12 from the floor. Tuivai. And just chucked it up, and now she'll get a trip to the line after the foul here. Heidi Nakagawa to pick up the personal.
One for her, a couple of fouls for Phillip as well as Taka. On the other side for Carrillo, we haven't seen much of her lately because she's got the 2 fouls as well.
Tuivai 62% from the stripe for the freshman, averaging 9 a game. Coach Keone LeBlanc just so happy with how all the freshmen have kind of progressed and bought into the philosophy here for Seabury Hall. The future is very bright. There's just one senior on this team. That's Rachel Gilbert.
Yeah, they could get on a roll if they can win here tonight.
Seabury Hall back on top by 1. The bounce inside. The squeeze there from Montgomery couldn't go. And Phillip will have it. HBA can hope for the final if they choose to. But it's Nakagawa's take to the rim. 21-20. Timer at 5.
Weave through.
Waterford lost it. Chance here. Chang at the horn. Just short. And HBA will jog to the locker room with a 1-point lead. I always say your best players got to play at their best, and Kairi Nakagawa, just her second field goal tonight, gives the Eagles the lead in the Division II championship. Got a tight one here for the Division II championship. Number 1 and number 2. It is number 1, HBA, on top of number 2 by 1. 21-20 here for the Snapple Girls Basketball Division II championship. Courtside with Kevin Wong and Jimmy Benner in a second. Felipe Ojastra. All right, what'd you make about what we saw here in the first 2 quarters?
The defenses are winning on both sides, right? Offense is really having a hard time. We've seen some great pressing. We've seen some great pressure defense on ball from HBA. I tell you, it's going to be who can break through, who's got the legs to last as well. It's going to be really a game of attrition here.
How about Alexis Dang and what she did for HBA early on? Breaking the press, handling the ball with confidence, and getting to the basket and nailing shots.
Yeah, looking really aggressive in mid-range with the contact, pulling up the floor. I think that's a shot that other HBA players need to do. Before they get the contact, take some shots, and then from long range, making that look real easy.
Haley Taka also poured in 6 from inside the paint. Her and Dang have combined for 13 out of the 21 so far here for HBA. Seabury Hall got into some offensive rhythm and flows here, especially after the end of the first quarter. Towards the end, a 10-0 run to help fuel them to take a 2-point lead heading into the second, hitting shots from all over the floor.
Yeah, Britley Carrillo from long range also. Got to pay attention to the 2 Evi sisters, both inside and out. Carrillo's second foul, that's going to be something to watch because she really has been a spark plug for this Seabury Hall team.
All right, who will take home the Division II championship? 16 minutes separates a winner. Right now, it's HBA on top by 1 here in Manoa in the Snapple Girls Basketball Division II State Championship. 21-20, Hawaii Baptist Academy on top of Seabury Hall in this ILH-MIL matchup for the Snapple Girls Basketball Division II Championship. All right, Seabury Hall out-rebounding essentially HBA, but just can't knock down shots.
Yeah, and they're getting good looks, and I think the rebounds started off as a deficit, actually, but they've started to impose their will on the inside. I think that they've got the momentum as much as they're trailing by the scoreboard.
Halftime stats, they are delivered by Pizza Hut. HBA had 10 second chance points in the first half.
Assists to turnovers looking good for both. You're seeing the rebound advantage still for HBA. They started that in the beginning. Neither team shooting great. The free throw line, that is the difference. Free throws, 6 for 10 for Seabury. HBA, that's a big part of their offense. They've only got there 2 times, and they haven't hit one yet.
HBA 65% this season from the line, and contributing to a 1-point lead at the break. It's cold in here in Manoa. Time to warm up. HBA up 1 in the Division II championship game.
It's just a 1-point lead for HBA here at the half as we get ready to find out in the second half who's going to be crowned the D2 state champions. Talk to both of the coaches at the half to find out what adjustments they're making moving forward into this second half. On the Seabury Hall side, Coach Keone telling me on offense, they just got to finish. He feels like they're getting the shots, they're not finishing them. On defense, so his biggest concern is boxing out. He said HBA getting way too many second chance opportunities. And speaking of those Eagles, Coach Robin telling me the thing that they need to do offensively, he feels like they need to be a little bit more patient, maybe pass around, lull out the defense of Seabury Hall, then attack on the inside. That's what he's looking for, more of that stuff. On defense, he feels like they need to recognize where the cutters are and pick them up a little bit quicker. That's it from here on the court. Let's send it back to Felipe and Kev.
All right, Jimmy, thank you very much. Time now for IBEW's BTW. Of course, Snapple is the sponsor of the Girls and Boys State Championship Tournament. Snapple facts, those little tidbits that come underneath the caps, started appearing in 2002. Let's give you a fact number 43. A cat's lower jaw cannot move sideways. And the reason why we use 43 is because it's the 43rd annual state championship tournament on the girls side. And we want to thank Snapple for sponsoring on behalf of the HHSAA and all the student athletes for sponsoring the state championship tournament. Seabury Hall trying to become the first MIL school since Molokai to win a Division II championship when they beat Kamehameha Hawaii in 2009. The ILH has won 2 out of the last 3 Division II titles, but last year went to Kamehameha Hawaii, who has the most. They have 5 titles.
On the boys' side, St. Anthony's back in 77 and 1982, and then Lahaina Luna as well. Boys Seabury Hall program knocking on the door, second in 2016 as well as some top 4 finishes.
Time for Enterprise scores around town. This is earlier today. This is Division II third place as Waimea defeats Hanalani 72-60. By the way, those two had some excellent seasons this year. Back in the consolation bracket, University Laboratory 39-27 over Hawaii Prep. Konawaina defeated Kalani 52-44 for the Division I third place game, and Waikea outlast Kahuku in overtime, 56-53. As all those seniors, we wish them the best in their future endeavors as they have played their final prep basketball games here. It is 21-20. HBA on top. He'll to Ivai to trigger to join Amira Waterford, along with Ridley Carrillo, Rachel Gilbert, and now to Ivai, the same 5 that start the game, start this second half here for the Spartans. It's 12 field goals to end the half as Taka gets the takeaway. Taka sprints, too strong. Gang off her fingertips, and we got a foul. Went against the Spartans. It's on Anal Tuivai, who picks up her first.
I think Robin Yamaguchi hit on the head. You take it inside, be a little bit more patient when you've got the numbers. Try to draw that foul, get to the free throw line. Pretty simple.
Phillip hits a 3. Her first of the year.
Oh, man. Pretty athletic family. We talked about Ikaika Phillip, Simon Phillip, a great volleyball player. Kamehameha Schools Kapalama.
We'll bang that one home here. The first one of the night. Phillip got it back and got a chance for 3 more.
There's 2 different ways to get 3-pointers. One from long range, and you get the celebration for that, and then one from short range. Yeah, we talked about the Phillip family, Ikaika Phillip, D2 football champions at Iolani, D1 basketball championships at Iolani as well, and he was the MVP and Player of the Year 2014.
And that Phillip family just outstanding, and they're going to get 1 more year out of Sasha as she is just a junior. And she hits a 3 for the first time here tonight, I should say. I said of the year, it should be just tonight, but HBA 1 of 1 in HHSAA title games. The last time they won was against Kamehameha Hawaii. The year prior was on this floor to Honoka'a. They lost to the Dragons 33-31.
And back in 2014 also took a 3rd place. So 3rd, 2nd, 1st, getting ready to jump up on the elevator back to 1st again here in 2019. Pretty interesting. You see a lot of the same assistant coaches with Robin Yamaguchi that worked with Sugiura. It's Isaac Hayashi, there's Alan Matsui, RJ Grisby, and Bryson Ho. And I said, how did you guys pick who would be the head coach out of the whole group when Sugiura stepped down? And they said, he coached Darren Oshiro, our athletic director, and so he just got it by default.
He's been coaching at all levels, intermediate, JV, boys and girls. Phillip converts on her 3-point play. She's got 8. She had 10 and 9 in the last game against Waimea. Hit 1 3 tonight. It's HBA's 2nd largest lead. And it already feels like dangerous times for Seabury Hall.
Yeah, but they showed a lot of resilience in that first quarter as well, right? They got down early, 8-2, fought back.
Waterford crosses to Levi, launches.
Oh, man.
Got it.
Oh, man. Pio. That is a freshman. She's 5'10". She's going to grow. both physically as well as a player.
Double came on Phillip. Taka worked around Tuivai and will go to the free throw line for a couple. Hill hits her second three this evening.
These have been from long range, and it's been the bigs going way outside. Phillip taking the long range three as well, but this is more of HBA basketball. Attacking the rack, getting some fouls, getting the free throw line. They did not score 1 point from the free throw line in that first half. And here they've already got 2 minutes into the second half.
Taka 65% from the line. It's her first free throw attempt since January 10th against Damien. And Taka takes 2 of them down. And it's a 6-point advantage. Carrillo, yes. She's got a quick first step. She's got all the confidence in the world. Doesn't play like a 9th grader.
She's been playing up all her life, and not up on the varsity, up against her older brothers and sisters. That's a tougher up.
Nakagawa, good job. Waterford got in the lane and swatted that. Carrillo, no. Rebound here for Cece. Caitlin Cheng. Caitlin Cheng at just 5'5", has 6 rebounds already. Nakagawa, who's up top. 31-25. And Taka again. Able to bat that one away.
See Seabury down the baseline, creating all that space is Tuivai, and then on the other side, I like that. The adjustment, instead of taking that 8-footer, take it all the way to the basket, use the basket as actually a little shade from the big shot blocker.
Nakagawa runs the floor and draws the foul here. This is already the 4th team foul against Seabury Hall.
Yeah, neither team in bonus in the first half, and it looks like Seabury Hall on the way to allowing HBA to get some free throws here in the second half. That's going to be a big factor.
Carrillo with her 3rd. Dang had 7 first half points. She has it here. Dang, pull up. No good. This one goes off Taka, and it'll be Spartan ball.
Seabury with double-digit steals in both of their first-round games. Only 3 steals so far in this game. And a big credit to the ball handlers for HBA.
Likes of Dang in that mix, and Ching. A travel here. See another turnover.
We talked about the travel of Seabury, the top-notch basketball. HBA did a little traveling as well. They had one of the more busy schedules of the year. Played preseason tournaments Hanalani as well as Sacred Hearts, and then over to California for the Garden Grove tournament.
What about the travel for the Spartans just to play league games, too, right?
Yeah,
they got to go to
crazy.
Nutty, and then they got to go to Molokai by taking the ferry, which is about a 40-minute ride each way. As Nakagawa comes across the lane, that's off. Taka's going to get fouled here by Pio Tuivai.
Right, this team in blue may be more prepared for HHSAA inter-island travel than any other team in the state. This scheduling is crazy. You know, if you take a look at it, it's 4 games in a row versus Molokai, 5 games in a row versus Lanai and Hana. It is a bizarre schedule in how you prepare. You really think about it. 4 games in, you know a team inside and out.
Yeah.
You know what they do on a Tuesday, a Wednesday, a Thursday, and a Friday.
Taka. 2:04 now from the line, and the rebound came up to Carrillo. Carrillo pushing up ahead here for Waterford. And we'll slow things down here with Amira Waterford.
And now Tuivai been pretty quiet. They haven't gotten her a look in a little bit.
Doesn't even touch the ball. Here's her sister, and it's good!
Man.
Her third hit above the arc.
Only averages 9 points a game.
He's got 11 here.
Didn't go for double digits in either of the first 2 round games. She's due.
Montgomery circles the wagons. Barreto keeps Nakagawa out in front. Dang, nearly lost it and drew the foul here on Waterford. How about Peel? Hit that one from back home. Trying to keep the Spartans in it. Only down 3 here in the third.
This Spectrum Network's presentation is sponsored by New City Nissan, Pizza Hut, and Taco Bell.
Back here in the Stan Sheriff Center for the Snapple Girls Basketball State Championship Tournament. Iolani and Kamehameha on deck as the crowd continues to file in here in the lower bowl in the SSC, which HBA is up 3. Here with 3:15 remaining. They're led by as many as 8 in this game. Seabury Hall led by 2 early on in the first half. King. No, that one rebound though. King amongst the trees hit the bottom of the rim there. This one goes out. One careened up, and she's getting some friendly ribbing here. And see some smiles being shared a little bit.
Yeah. It's under the banyan tree right there. Those branches are a little longer than you think.
Taka disrupted that. Ching. Kick. Nakagawa to Dang for 2. Ooh, went down hard. And Dang playing dead for a second. Couldn't see she pops right back up.
Wow. That was a loud sounding fall, right? I thought she might have been dead there for a little bit, but
Yeah, I'm glad she's all right. She's kind of.
you got to get the call first. We play that whistle.
Tuivai, that's her third now. She's in foul trouble. Here comes Alexis Dang, 67% from the line. And now 1 for 3 tonight, and the junior has 8.
And boy, Baptist in the bonus. And if you're Robin Yamaguchi, you've got a little pep in your step. Take a look at him pacing the sidelines. He's been moving all night long.
9. Here for Dang. And a foul on Ching. Ching's going to pick up her second. It's just the first team foul here for HBA, and it comes at the 2:37 mark of the third. Got to get it in here, and Waterford, the insurance, to pick it up here. It was 21-20 HBA at the half. They've scored 12 here in the period.
Stifling defense from HBA. On-ball pressure, pretty tough. A lot of help defense as well.
Tuivai. Now. Couldn't get the roll in there. We'll go to the free throw line after the fouls on Montgomery to pick up her first.
And if you're HBA and now's taking these fadeaways and moving away from the basket, that's a good thing for you. What you don't want is for her to attack the basket and get inside the 5-foot range.
Tuivai hits the free throw. And Sasha Phillip back in. Here for Kalena Montgomery.
Seabury Hall, only one senior, Rachel Gilbert. A lot of juniors, a lot of freshmen, a couple of sophomores. Scary, right? This is like, it's the same makeup as Konawaina, except they're much bigger. And they're at the D2 level.
2 juniors, 2 sophomores, 5 freshmen here for the Spartans.
Here they are,
Here with the number 1 seed as Waterford one-on-one. No. Nakagawa rebound. They got numbers that they push, and they are. It's 3-on-1. Phillip.
Oh, it's denied by Tuivai.
My goodness. A healthy denial. And from behind Ching, and a foul here. If it's on Tuivai, it's her fourth. Let's see here. Oh, look at that swat from Peel Tuivai. Now Tuivai just picked up her fourth foul.
With a lot of game left. And then we get to see the senior, Rachel Gilbert, averaging 4 points a game. Got the feeling that Tuivai is going to be on the side there for quite some time. Talking to Shaylin Payne, one of the assistant coaches. His son Isaiah, part of that second place team.
Ching misses the free throw.
Back in 2016.
Put it down on the floor. Levi there. The starters have been in a lot of foul troubles in the previous two games. Opening night, 2 of their starters fouled out. Last night, 3 starters fouled out. Carell calling for the ball. Good drop inside, and it is Waterford to roll that one in. 33-32. Phillip traveled, picked up her pivot foot.
Carrillo creating on the inside. Beautiful use of the bounce pass, her second assist. The HBA, they play such good on-ball defense. The reason why, they know they have help behind.
A tie-up, and it'll be HBA ball.
You know, when you're on an island and you don't have a lot of confidence in the people behind you, you have to back off that on-ball pressure. But when you have HBA, when you have so many team players behind you, you can feel that confidence. Take a few more chances.
Foul from behind here on the senior Rachel Gilbert. HBA's in the bonus here in the final. 8 minutes and 26.3 seconds.
You know, in all of our prep work throughout the year, I don't know if I saw a higher shooting free throw percentage than I did for Sasha Phillip. She's over 90%.
At the line, 15, Sasha Phillip shooting 1-1.
Only missed 3 this season. And now 4. The ultimate kibosh. 33-32. It's a pick here for Ching. No, at the bottom of the glass. Carrillo wants to push. 3 on 2. Bounce underneath. Rachel Gilbert, no. 10 to go. HBA has time. Dang. 3. Dang with 2. Dang. Yes! Oh, it's the junior with the big bucket here for HBA. Weaving and scoring. HBA up 3 as we head to the 4th. Share your support for Hawaii's law enforcement community with official Shopo merchandise. Store is open to the public and is located on Hoy Street in Kalihi. Proceeds benefit officers and their families statewide. Great Tom Yoshida ready to get this thing going here in the 4th quarter with Karen Wong and Jimmy Bender. Felipe Ojastro, happy to have you with us here on OC16. For the Snapple Girls Basketball Division II State Championship, 8 minutes could decide a winner. Just a 3-point game as the Eagles will look to try and win and get their 2nd state title in the last 4 years. A Spartan win. It would be their first in school history and the first for the MIL since 2009 when Molokai and the Farmers won it.
Not many coaches have won their first in their first year.
Tony LeBlanc trying to do just that. It's intercepted by Ching. No! Ching went down, couldn't can it. The offensive rebound came out here to HBA.
Good discipline from Montgomery to pass that up.
Montgomery, Taka.
Wow, we're seeing Tuivai in here with 4 fouls to start this 4th quarter. That's not something we would think. Usually you'd see a coach leave his star player maybe for the first 2 or 3 minutes on the sideline. They have to play with a lot of discretion out there. #1 in blue in the center of your court.
And a foul here on Ching to pick up her third and the team's third.
Tough look from Montgomery, scoring 4 points here tonight. Also had a couple of rebounds, playing some good defense.
The two Waterford sisters, the two Tuivai sisters. It's Tuivai. The younger one, Peel, has hit 3 major threes. This 4 along with Carrillo, the 5 here for the Spartans. And this one is thrown away by Tuivai.
And on the throw away, Taka took a little bit of a shot to the jaw. She's still rubbing it.
And just wiped her mouth on the inside of her jersey. Gowell, and it is Peel to try and throw that one away. Good effort, but didn't deflect. Didn't give her a shot of that Taka shot. Ooh, with the head, too.
Nothing dirty, just tough, physical basketball. And you know, the interesting thing is also Robin Yamaguchi, first-year head coach, right? He's been an assistant coach forever since Moses parted the Red Sea. But this is a chance here in his first year as a head coach as well. Pretty intriguing. We're gonna have a first-time head coach winning.
Yeah. And then you have Keone Labuanan, who wanted to shout out his mom, Rosie Medeiros, single mom, raised 4 kids. And that's where he gets his positivity from. That is the most chillax coach. Just based on attire and attitude. I'm like, where does that positivity come? Well, you know, it's just kind of the DNA of our family. And wanted to shout out his grandmother. Jonesy Medeiros here. Nakagawa saved it, but it went to Peel Tuivai. Five-point game. HVA led by as many as 8. It's been tight here in the second half. Waterford, no.
And Tuivai, smart job of staying away from the confrontation, avoiding that 5th foul. And if I'm HBA, I'd take it right at her. I'd attack the middle of the court, drive to the basket.
Nakagawa went baseline and lost it.
You know, I asked Labuanan about what is a cellar master actually doing? And he says it sounds like a really nice, cush, white-collar job. He says it's blue-collar, it's farm work. He says all day, every day, physically demanding. You've got to do what needs to be done. You stay late and show up early.
It's like coaching.
Just like coaching. Just like coaching.
Foul here. On Ching.
I mean, we've seen it so many times, right? The head coach is the title, but how many times have we seen it's the head mopper, it's the head Gatorade guy, it's the head towel washer at the end of the day.
All those people that make the engine run and the system work. And Ching picked up her 4th foul.
Wow.
Waterford lofted one. Rebound here for Phillip with 5.5 to go here in the Division II state championship game. Nakagawa drives. Long. Taka saved it, but it went to Waterford.
And once again, you can see Tuivai. She is standing like a statue near the basket. She's not going to draw that 5th foul.
Carrillo might have been partially deflected off of Dang. A foul underneath the bucket.
So HBA now in the double bonus because 9 fouls from Seabury. Now the 5th foul for HBA. So they're slowly working their way to the bonus as well. And there was a block shot, but then on the rebound, actually, it was the foul on Tuivai.
Taka is going to pick up the personal. Waterford in and out. And you saw Tuivai didn't want to go for the rebound right there. Good call,
Playing really smart.
Yeah.
She's doing a really good job.
Nakagawa. Phillip. Taka. Long. Montgomery to Waterford. Montgomery ripped it out of her.
2 of the fastest athletes on the court. And they're spreading it out. They're really starting to slow things down. And Seabury going to have to make a decision to come out and extend this trap a little bit more.
As a tie-up here, man, that has been kind of the story, and part of the storyline all night. Just the effort from both teams, scrambling for every ball on the floor.
And you're seeing some deep breathing now for the first time tonight, right? You're starting to go with a little bit more limited roster, a little more running, a little less rest.
Phillip to inbound to Dang. Dang, Phillip, Montgomery, Nakagawa, and Taka, the 5 ladies in white on the floor here for the Eagles. Montgomery, baseline, over Tuivai. Her presence alone altered the shot. And it comes out to younger Pio Tuivai. Seabury Hall still within striking distance and still with a ton of time. Tuivai works the block, works it over the top and scores.
Best post player in the D2 ranks, maybe one of the best in the state.
First 2 of the quarter, they're 1 of 5 from the floor.
And the question is, if we slow it down, if we bring it away from the basket, are we going to hold on to the ball? Or are we going to still get a shot?
All the way to the cup, it's Nakagawa.
I like that decision. Last time they took the ball out, they didn't get a shot. Want to make sure you get your looks. Don't be hesitant.
Carrillo, no. Montgomery lost it. Waterford again on the ground. Dang from behind has it. Waterford came on the front side to try and grab it as they continue to fight for the ball. Hustle, effort, toughness, grit, determination, all of it on display from the Eagles and the Spartans tonight in the Snapple Division II championship game. One of the best things on the final day of the tournament is that all the teams that are on island get to come together and watch the last game. And there you see Hawaii Prep, and there you see the head coach of one of the teams in the final. Dean Young, in his 6th year, will try and lead Iolani to their first title in nearly a quarter century. Will it happen here tonight? They'll take on the Warriors, expected to tip off at around 7 o'clock. Probably going to be late with that, with the trophy ceremony after this one. But we'll have it for you here on OC 16. 3 minutes to play. The lead is 5 for the Eagles. Carrillo guarded by Dang. Freed up for Waterford. Everything covered here. A bucket would be big for the ladies in blue. Waterford off her hands. $15 turnovers here for the Spartans.
Only 5 points away, right? Still a lot of time, especially with the kind of defense that they play.
Dang picked up her dribble and gave it off here to Cece. Here's Caitlin Ching.
Do we go patient or do we attack the basket and be aggressive? And I like the aggressiveness. I think that at this point, you look to expand the lead, if anything.
Oh, man, a block. Taka couldn't get it. Pio Tuivai again. Pushing, batted out by Ching. Pio just pounded this one.
And all our pre-game talk was about her older sister, and now Pio Tuivai has been the storyline, right? The 2 3-pointers. She's got 11 points, 3 blocks, an assist, and 10 rebounds. That's a double-double.
Carrillo drives to the bucket. It's an offensive foul. Use that left arm to try and clear space.
That was a good call, right? And you know that's got to pain the MIL ref as he calls that take to the basket, but a very obvious call when the elbow comes out like that.
Sasha Phillip into the game here. They pick it up in a press, 2 minutes to go.
Go for the steal, you go for the 10 seconds, and then you go for the foul.
He's off.
That's too much time. Down by 5, less than 2 minutes. It's got to be now. You go for a steal and get a foul right now.
Because you're battling for possessions right now. You don't even care about the time at this point. You just need the ball back. Taka took a shot and scored! Spartans really got to hurry now. Carrillo to the cup, and one!
Oh, man. Love her spunk. But you can tell she's a freshman by how she looks, but if you take a look at how she plays, look at that fierce aggressiveness.
Free throw good, 9 of 13 tonight as a team for the Spartans. And it's a 4-point game with 75 seconds left. Dang's gonna take it. Air ball. And a foul going against the Eagles.
Going away, right? We talk about HBA right now. Time is your friend. Only 71 seconds left, and they do 2 bad plays. The shot was a little bit too quick, and then the foul even more so, and you can see some stress.
Yeah, it looks like tax time on that.
This is where you're glad you didn't get the head coaching job, right?
Wow. And again, it's just awareness, right? You're in the moment, everyone is on HBA. It's just like, oh gosh. And Seabury Hall making big plays in big moments, but have been unable to, for a long time, get underneath that 5-point deficit plateau, but now they're within 4 with possession of the ball now.
And when you think about the perspective, these coaches know how hard it is to get a championship, right? They've been around for such a long time. You talk about Robin Yamaguchi, such a long time, only won the state championship for HBA girls basketball. You might not get another chance. And so you got to make it worth it, and each possession so important.
Seabury Hall, average margin of victory this year, 34.5 points. This is the closest game they have been in all season, including the 2 tournament games. As you take a look at what they have produced heading into today, the resumes, 10 appearances here for Seabury Hall, 12 for HBA. It's the 1 championship coming in 2016 against Kamehameha Hawaii in a tournament that was at the Big Island for Division II that year. HBA looking to win one for not just the campus, but for the Interscholastic League of Honolulu. It would be the 3rd overall D2 title for the ILH if they close in. And now here's Pio Tuivai, who has just been outstanding this evening. Can't get that one. And now puts it up, and no! No foul called, Waterford. Amira, no. Stick back is good. That was a good no call from the officials as HBA just slipped and fell. 2-point game.
This Seabury press is no joke.
Nakagawa trying to milk some clock. 40 to go. Foul here on Carrillo, and that'll do it for her.
It's hard to win a championship. Everything's got to go right. HBA, they got to hit their free throws. They've done such a good job in the second half. Kylie Nakagawa, our player to watch coming in. Averaged 7 points a game all year long. But under the bright lights, with the most pressure, the seniors really stepped up. 16 in the ILH championship. 15 in last night's semifinals. She's the one you want at the free throw line in crunch time.
Remember the name Britley Carrillo, everybody. Just a freshman. He is something special. Nakagawa, 60% this season.
And the timeout from Labuanan. Their first round match against University Lab. Tight first half, and then the big late push in the second half. And it was the points of Tuivai, but the steals of the Waterford sisters in the front court. And that's kind of what we saw this last couple of minutes. You know, we talked about his expectations during the offseason. We said, is this a team you thought you'd win a championship from day one? And he said, absolutely not. He said, we saw the potential,
yeah,
but it was something that grew along the way. Other coaches would come up to me and they'd say, hey, you guys got some good pieces. You guys got something special going here this year.
And then 12 games later, they go undefeated, right? Through the MIL season, through the 2 games in the state tournament against University Laboratory in Hanalani. And here they are with, at the very least, a chance with a tie take in their next possession, assuming they get the rebound with 39.5 remaining.
And that's a big assumption, right? Because HBA has been doing a good job getting quick, darting, anticipating those rebounds for extra opportunities. Both coaches replacing legends, coaches of the years. Jonathan Furtado, the MIL Coach of the Year last season for Seabury.
Isidora this year for HBA as Nakagawa hits it. A chance to tie here in the Division II championship game. Down 3.
PO2 has been the assassin. Carrillo as well.
Timeout, Seabury Hall.
You think about the three-point options for Seabury Hall. Carrillo has got the 5 fouls. She would have been one of the big options. The other one is PO2 Ivai, right? She's had 3 3-pointers tonight. So you also look at 29 seconds. You don't have to go for a 3 yet as well. You can take it inside to a now to Ivai as well.
And of course, both teams in the bonus. However, it is a non-shooting foul. If it's a non-shooting foul for Seabury Hall, it'll be a 1-and-1.
And this is the smallest lineup for HBA. No Phillip out there. They've got Taka as their biggest player, which means they're going to be really focusing out on the 3-point line. And there might be an opportunity to get that ball inside.
29.3 remaining. 2 timeouts here for the Spartans. To Ivai. The younger sister, Peel. Waterford.
Gotta go.
Clock at 20. Waterford drives inside. Waterford, that one thrown and deflected here by the Eagles.
Good call. Good call. Taka definitely touched it on the way out. And now you don't have necessarily as much time. I think you might want to start thinking 3 and then crash the boards if you're Seabury Hall.
Gotta get it in here. To Ivai, wanted a lob. Instead, it is Dang to get the steal. Now you got a foul. With 10 seconds left, it's a foul here on Riveria.
HBA just looks a little fresher. A little more pep in their step, the defensive intensity.
Dang, who is 67% this season. 2 of 4 from the line tonight. Can win the title here at the line.
This is where I'd want to go to the free throw line, when you can clinch as opposed to when you have to tie.
Four-point game, they have to hurry right now. Waterford with 5 seconds. They have a timeout still. Waterford pulls up, no. Rebound Nakagawa. Fly, Eagles fly. HBA Division II state champions. What a lockdown performance here for HBA. And for the second time in 4 years, the Eagles will take a trophy back to campus. Our stop and stuff. Dang. The title clinching sealing steal. 43-39, Eagles win. Whew. Heart-wrenching stuff here for HBA. Locking it down in the stretch. 43-39, HBA claims their second state championship in Division II in school history, and the second in 4 seasons. As we take a look at the Taco Bell play of the game, and among all the great offensive plays, it's the defense to clinch the title here. Dang gets the steal after Seabury Hall was going for the tie. What a job here from HBA down the stretch.
So appropriate, right? Because in a defensive battle with two low-scoring teams. It really was the defenses that came through, and HBA had a special performance here tonight.
Impact player for HBA is with Jimmy Bender.
Hey, thanks a lot, Felipe and Kev. It's Haley Taka, number 45. And Haley, you know, a lot of kids that'll play in this, you see the seniors, they're excited to win a championship when they're a senior and go out that way. You're just a freshman. Talk about what it's like in your first year of high school sports, winning a state title.
Well, at first, I was really nervous because I didn't know what to expect during the varsities, and I haven't really played at the level, so it's really all for my team because they really helped me push through the season, and I'm really thankful for them, and I don't know what I could do without them, and yeah.
You've got quite a few freshmen on this team, so talk about the future of this team over the next few years.
So I think we all have potential. Our freshmen were pretty strong, and then so are the other classes too. But I think that we also played for a while with each other, so I think we'll do good in the future also. So.
I'll tell you what, you did pretty good at an interview too for a freshman. And guys, she is your impact player, number 45, Haley Taka. Back to you.
As the season has gone on, when she has stumbled, they have reminded her to just flesh out those mistakes quickly. Tonight was outstanding. 10 points, 9 rebounds here for the Division II championship.
Yeah, she did it on both sides of the court. She did it early and often, offensively, and then I was really surprised she picked up the toughest assignment against them now. Tuivai as well, taking it inside, making the tough, hard-nosed finishes against a really good defensive team.
All right, let's take a look at the Spartans impact player, Pio Tuivai, the younger one. Another freshman gets the plaque, double-double here, 11 points and 12 rebounds.
I don't think we've ever seen a state championship game where we saw two freshmen coming through with players of the game. We saw defensively, we saw from long range, 3 times on the 3, the block, the hit from both left and right wings. Pretty nice job from the freshman for Seabury.
And here for HBA, and really Seabury Hall, both futures look bright, and they could meet again in the next couple of years here in the final, but tonight belongs to HBA. This is just game 1 of our championship doubleheader. Coming up in game 2 in about 20 minutes. The Behemoths ready to take the floor. Iolani, number 1, ready to take on Kamehameha. It is round number 4 for the Division I championship. HBA wins by 4 to claim their second title in school history. With Jimmy Bender, Kevin Wong, our entire OC16 crew, Felipe Ojastro, hang tight as we continue the Snapple Basketball State Championships.